Hey guys, this is Gary Chan. I want to talk about a touchy subject, something called the Gini index, Gini index. And you can see that right here at the top of the screen. It's called a Gini index coefficient. And this kind of, let's see if they describe or define what this means. Here it says the U.S. suffers from a high level of income inequality. According to the data from the World Bank, the country that gave birth to the modern auto industry and big tech had a Gini coefficient of 0.42, ranking American income inequality is comparable to that of Cote d'Ivoire, Argentina, and Haiti. And then Canada having a lower score of 0.34 and Denmark at 0.28. Where I'm going with this is I want to say I'm in Chicago, and Chicago is one of the top 10 in terms of the highest Gini indexes in the United States and U.S. proper, because at the top one they rank here is Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico isn't a state of the United States, but it's still part of the United States. And number 10 here, Chicago, Illinois, is listed here at 0.5335. I think when I moved here, was it last year and like early of last year, I had read an article that Chicago was had like the top Gini index in the country, and I could be wrong, but I thought there was an article stating that Chicago had the highest. And so these ratings move around here and there. Maybe the article said that Chicago had one of the highest, but my perception of the whole Gini index thing. So the article here, and I'm sure you'll read a lot about this income disparity, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and COVID-19 has made that even worse. That's kind of what the summary of this article is talking about. And my experience, or my feeling, my impression of the inequality situation is that there is opportunity for people who are disadvantaged to move up in society. The United States being one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and here even at the top of the article it says, with a gross domestic product per capita of $65,000, the United States ranks as the richest large country in the world, and it has a high level of income inequality. But people from all around the world come to the United States for an opportunity to better themselves. And I find that many foreigners that come to the United States make much more of a life for them than even the natives that grow up here, because they're willing to work hard and seek out those job opportunities or work opportunities to move up in society. And this is a place of opportunity. This is a place of income inequality, but it is also a place of massive opportunity, because the United States is a place that welcomes business and entrepreneurship and opportunity, financial opportunity, in a laissez-faire economy, free market economy for people to trade and do business and stuff. So, can I give you some concrete examples of that? I think, well, I read another article and it was said that, and maybe I could look it up here, and what I'll put is, I think it says that Chicago is like the 7th wealthiest city in the United States. Chicago rated top wealthy city ranking. And let's see what it says. 10% of the richest cities in the US are in the Chicago area. 10% of the 100 richest cities are in the United States are in the Chicago area. Down a bit from last year, according to a new list. Glencoe, Winnetka, Lake Forest, Hinsdale, Iverness, Long Grove, Oak Brook, Wilmette, Hawthorne Woods, and Highland Park are in the top 100 in the 2019 Bloomberg Richest Places Index. Which city has the most millionaires? New York and Los Angeles. So, is Chicago a wealthy city? Chicago, Illinois saw a nearly 3% increase in its ultra-wealthy population. Chicago is also home to a big wealth divide. The top 1% of residents earn an annual salary exceeding $600,000, while 21% of residents in the metro area live below the poverty line, according to the same Crain's Chicago Business Report. So the wealthy people are also looking for investment opportunities. And when they invest, their businesses have to hire people. There is a lot of warehouse work in the Chicagoland area. There's people who work for Amazon who do packaging, and that provides jobs. Chicago is also a very liberal city that wants to raise its minimum wage. The Chicago area has a $14 per hour minimum wage. If you go outside the city, like if you go to Indiana, the minimum wage 30 minutes away drops down to $7.25 an hour. And so I think although the rents may be higher in Chicago, some people travel out of the city to live at lower rents, and then they travel into the city for the job opportunities. And so I think that, I guess, would be my best example of how someone can take advantage of opportunity. They can live in a place with lower rents, and then they can commute into an area with higher hourly wages. They may be able to seek out jobs where there are higher paying jobs, or help wealthy businesses to grow their business. You know, big cities have a lot of opportunity as well. And I guess I wish I could come up with a more concrete example. I think that people who are really good at what they do, like seeks like. So someone who's highly intelligent, entrepreneurial, and business savvy, they want to hire people who are skilled at what they do, who are really good at what they do, that can bring wealth and opportunity to their business. And so if somebody is really trying to better themselves, they will eventually run into that opportunity. I just have that optimism for that kind of thing. Anyway, now I want to tie this into real estate. Chicago, I notice, has, because of the income disparity, an area where it has some of the lowest cost real estate in the United States. And some of these properties are in quite disrepair, but they are in poverty-stricken areas. You can get property for less than $75,000 and in quite good condition. Here's a house, $64,900, $41,000, $41,900, $14,800, $50,000, $60,000, $20,000, $48,000, $70,000, $49,900, $75,000, $50,000. Okay, the examples go on, but you see quite a lot under $75,000. Now we can go look at properties that are in the ultra expensive. Let's say our minimum price is $1.5 million, and it has some of the most expensive real estate in the world. 2.1 million, 1.5, 1.5, 4.7 million, 3.99 million, 2.8, 2.79 million, 1.65 million, 1.695 million, 1.6 million, 2.25 million. You get the idea. So the Gini index is not only an income inequality, it is also a real estate. The wealthy can afford the very wealthy, expensive real estate. The very poor cannot afford the expensive real estate, so they buy into the poor areas. And people self-segregate themselves into lower income class neighborhoods, higher income class neighborhoods, sometimes by race, sometimes ethnicity, sometimes by income. People don't want to talk about this type of thing. It's a very touchy topic. It's a very touchy issue. I am just talking about this as an investor. I'm not talking about this like, hey, I think the rules for real estate agents say they can't redline, they can't, scare people off from certain neighborhoods because of crime or because of the certain races that live there. And it's become a point where it's very touchy topic, But I'm looking at this at a different angle, in the sense that there is opportunity here. There's opportunity because where there is, what do you call it? Arbitrage in terms of business idea. Arbitrage is the idea that you can trade off something that is lower cost and then sell it into a different market that's higher cost. Within a city of Chicago, within a 20-minute drive, you can go to a place that is a $2 million property and you drive 15-20 minutes and then you're in a poverty-stricken area. And you've heard of things being block to block. You've heard of things where crime in a very bad neighborhood stays in the crime-ridden neighborhood. There is some crossover, and it's not as simple as that. But I say there's a Chinese saying, when there's high risk, there's high reward. When there's risk is danger, there is opportunity. And there is definitely something of an opportunity that is unprecedented. Almost nowhere else can you find this type of price disparity in real estate. And I have read articles. I say they say because the foreclosure is different in the state of Illinois, that they're backed up. It is it's a tenant friendly state. And so it's difficult for banks to foreclose on property, and that's what's causing this disparity. So there's a few number of things that are working in creating this environment. And now that we're having COVID-19 and we're anticipating, a certain percentage of people not being able to pay on their mortgages, there may be a line of more properties that will be going into foreclosure. And because there's a delay, this delay effect may last over the next, let's say that for the next 10 years. I think that this opportunity is going to be open. It's going to prolong its effect, because interest rates are low, which are currently creating a higher priced real estate market. But with foreclosures coming on the horizon over the, let's say, the next 2 to 4 years for the overall US market, it may create an opportunity for savvy investors to buy into lower, get a good deal. And I think these good deals are going to be, in effect, open. There's going to be an open opportunity, a prolonged time period, let's say over the next 10 years for Chicagoland or the state of Illinois. But say particular Chicagoland, because Chicago is a very big city. So anyway, I don't know if I've kind of made that clear, but it just is just general idea and concept I wanted to communicate, and just let you guys think about this, because I think there's a very profound thing I want to communicate about this idea of this Gini, the Gini index. And I have not found this such a pronounced effect in any other market in the world. Anyway, I will leave it at that. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. See you in the next video.